And to Yemen now, where protesters in the country's two biggest cities are demanding political change. Crowds have gathered in the capital Sana'a following Friday prayers. They're demanding political reform. Now, in the country's second largest city of Taiz, thousands of people also took to the streets after Friday prayers, but state television on Friday was determined to show the government still has support. Well, joining me now is Abdrahman Bafadel. He's a former Yemeni minister and is now an opposition leader. Nice to have you back with us here on Al Jazeera again, sir. Let's just talk generally about Friday. And we're seeing continued demonstrations on one side by opposition supporters and state television showing how much support there is for the government. What is going on as far as you're concerned and from your perspective?
There is a big difference between protesters of the opposition and protesters with the government. Those millions in the streets are protesting day and night, sleeping there. 3 months, now they are in the 4th month. And government people, they come only from Friday to Friday for 2 hours and they leave. And most of them are military dressed in civil. And they are paid well by the government, $250 per individual for 2 hours as Reuters transported the news.
Tell us then about the position of the opposition when it comes to these contradictory reports of the president returning from Saudi Arabia, not returning from Saudi Arabia. What are we to make of who is telling the truth as far as government officials and sources are telling us? And what do you know about this? Is he coming back or isn't he?
I think he's not able to go back because he's still sick, suffering from inspiration, suffering from internal blood in his head and broken in the neck. Wound 7 centimeters here.
Who's telling you
and
that?
One of the lungs.
Who's telling you that?
This political report has been published.
No, but do you have sources? Do you have sources in Saudi Arabia telling you that?
Yes, I have my sources inside the hospital. Those who told me from inside the hospital. But I tell you, his return will cause civil war in Yemen. It's better for him to leave or to step down at least. If he steps down and comes, no problem. If he insists to be president, then civil war will collapse immediately.
But you have the vice president who wants to talk to the opposition and says he is talking to the opposition and then turns around and says, can't really make these decisions until the president returns. So what sort of power does he have?
The problem is that the vice president has no power at all. He's not authorized only to run affairs until the president comes back. And the president will not come back. He's sick, very sick. He cannot even carry work. And also because opposition now, they are in a point of critical point that they say that they are legal to take power, and he is not legal at all. Finished 33 years in power. Nobody wants military rule. In reality, we want civil rule, we want parliamentary system, we want decentralization in governance, we want independent justice, because all power is in his hand. He transformed the republic into a kingdom. All in his hand, even the justice, even the parliament, even the government, even the finance, the media, the military, all his family. So it's impossible to control a country by one man.
Is the way out then through regional partners? Is the way out through Saudi Arabia? Is the way out through the GCC? The GCC have tried 3 times now to help Yemen and help President Saleh. They walked away when he rejected the last agreement.
Yes.
What is their role? Is there a role for them?
The problem is that he refuses each time. They made it 5 times, not only one. The first one, he said no, we said yes. Second time, he made it. We said no, he said yes. Third one, we signed both. He refused. Then he made 4th and 4th, but the one which is now is the 3rd one. But now, time is over. We think it's...
But who in the GCC can help you? Who in the GCC can help Yemen?
Why, for the moment, we hope that all will help us. We appreciate highly Qatar position that boycotted this initiative, and they said no, because Qatar was very intelligent to say that if you modify the first initiative which we made, then everything will be broken. And really it was broken, because in the first one, Saleh must retire within 1 month. This is step down within 1 month. Then they modified, and they gave him longer time. Now we are stuck. He must step down so that the vice president should take all authorities to go up for the civil system we want to help. We will build it together. Even with GPC, we have no problem.
Well, we shall see what does happen. For the moment, Abdrahman Bafadel, thank you so much for coming in to talk to us.
Thank you.
Thank you.